But true words. It's time for us all to be doing some soul searching. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I never realized how many people living in pain. When I read comments that are filled with hurt, hatred, hate speech, it amazes me. And I just think that there are so many broken souls. We're broken many times in our childhood by parents who were just ignorant because their parents were ignorant, where, you know, Proverbs says, do not break the spirit of a child. And I believe throughout human history, this has been done. And when you think about a soul that is broken in childhood, that soul is broken throughout its life. And it will leave as its legacy hurt, broken relationships, individuals who become bitter as they grow old. Arthritis sets in, and that's really what arthritis is. It's dryness of the bones. And you get dryness of the bones by the book of Proverbs, which I happen to think is probably one of the wisest words written for us, is that unforgiveness and anger is the leading cause of arthritis, hardening of the arteries, young people at the age of 32 dying of heart attacks. Many times those in their 20s are now showing aging. And it's time to slow down. So what I'm going to do is I want to give just some encouraging words to you, because you know your words can heal. And so these are just words of quiet moments for you to hopefully find peace in. Maybe you can share them. And maybe we can really start doing something here. You know, putting our political, our religious, our personal views aside and begin to realize, brother and sister, we're all hurting. And don't say you're not. I don't know any person who is completely happy. I've been on here a while, this earth for a while, and I can tell you, I have not met in my lifetime probably less than 2 or 3 truly happy people. Why is that? Well, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. Your enemies can be your greatest motivation towards success if you don't allow them to be an obstacle. Terry Mark. People don't care about you as much as you think. They're too busy thinking about what other people are thinking about them. Now, isn't that liberating? I will never regret you or say that I wish I'd never met you, because once upon a time, you were exactly what I needed. Give as much as you can, but don't allow yourself to be used. Listen to others closely, but don't lose your own voice. As a writer, which I am, I have one book. In fact, it's turned into a novel, and it's one of these ones that if I ever decide to publish it, but anyway, I digress. But as a writer, you try to listen to what others aren't saying and write about the silence. N.H. Hart, spot on. How do you spell love? Pigleg asked. Pooh answered, you don't spell it, you feel it. Controllers, abusers, and manipulative people don't question themselves. They don't ask themselves if the problem is them. They always say the problem is someone else. Darlene Cumet. People will forget what you said. People forget what you did. but people will never forget how you made them feel. The older you get, the more quiet you become. Life humbles you so deeply as you age. You realize how much nonsense you've wasted time on. My God, if I had just 10%. When people cut you down or talk behind your back, remember, they took time out of their pathetic lives to think about you. For quotes, SRU.com. Way to go. Now, I'm sorry. That's just funny and wise. Decisions are the hardest thing to make, especially when it is a choice between where you should be and where you want to be. Unknown. There's always a little truth behind every just kidding. A little knowledge behind every I don't know. A little emotion behind every I don't care. And a little pain behind every it's okay. I don't regret the things I've done. I regret the things I didn't do when I had the chance. Yeah. LiveLifeHappy.com. Yeah. A friend is someone who helps you up if you're down, and if they can't, they'll lay down beside you and listen. There will be haters, doubters, non-believers, and then there will be you, proving them all wrong. Listen to positive people and ignore negative ones. People that doubt, judge, and disrespect you are not worth your time and attention. Yeah. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive. And go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Harry Truman. Whenever possible, and it is always possible, be kind. The Dalai Lama. Folks, just a little bit of things to think about. I hope all of us really can get the healing that we all need. We all need healing. Whether it's in our bodies, whether it's in our souls, it still needs healing. And sometimes we just don't know how to heal ourselves. So I believe as I continue my journey and document it in this communication means, that maybe there can be more than just a couple of us really begin to really ascend in our thoughts, our lives, how we see ourselves. And if that can be done, then when my time comes in an end on this earth, and I've enjoyed my life, look forward to much more of it, but I've had a good life. I really have. It's not always been easy, not always been enjoyable. But through the pain, through the sorrow, through the tears, I've become stronger, become wiser. I understand a little bit more about where I place myself in the universe and how I see myself amongst those that I am forever grafted jointly to. And that's you. All right, be kind to one another. I'll put out some more of these because I think that it helps me too. It's like the expression says, doctor, heal thyself. All right, be kind to one another.